Okay, well, it stopped, but I had to go get my doll. So, anyways, hopefully I can run this video together about the origin of these dolls. Now, see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew God had told me to get rid of those angels, right? But see, this doll right here, okay, it was really an angel doll. But I took the wings off because because I wanted to keep the doll. You see what I'm saying? But in actuality, I was disobeying God. I was just disobeying him. Okay? And so it doesn't change. It didn't change anything. You know why? Because I was supposed to get rid of it because it was an angel. And you're not supposed to have any graven images in your house, right? Okay, that's one. Here's another one I'm going to show you. That was the same thing. Okay. This little dolly here, which she is very cute, but she was an angel. I took the wings off. But right here, you can see I cut them off really. Busted! That's what I'm telling you. I mean, God knows what we're doing. He knows everything. And, he'll just let you go along, trying to act like, you don't, like you can mend it or fix it. But no, the origin of it. It's the origin, okay? So this is another doll. It's still an idol. It's an image, okay? Graven image, because it was created to be an angel doll. We're not supposed to worship angels. No, not angels, okay? And then even, okay, my precious moments little doll. You know, it's an idol. The origin of it is it's an idol, okay? And when you think about it, an idol, people take idols and they sit, like, okay, they put it on something, you display it, right? And then you bow down and you worship it. Okay, now I have never bowed down to any of these dolls. But you know what? I still was displaying them in high places. Putting them in my library or so they could be seen. That's what an idol is. You will display it somewhere. And even if you don't bow down in the physical, you bow down in your heart. And then this was a doll my daughter had given me years ago when I went to the hospital. But the one thing about this doll that always bothered me is this picture of this little ugly demon that's on there. See? That's that little, I don't know, this is Angelica, I think. Even her name, Angelica. Okay. But I kept it because my daughter gave it to me, but the doll is not really, it's not good. Okay. Here's another doll that I had collected. And this doll I got from an African store. But you know what? This doll doesn't have any face. It doesn't even have a face on it. Faceless doll. Really, in actuality, that's a little bit strange anyway. Okay? This doll, really, I hadn't really thought too much about this doll right here. But it really started dawning on me. This just reminds me of a voodoo doll. And the reason why it does is because, you can stick the pins and stuff in it. I'm telling you. But I would feel that these things were watching me. I'm telling you. There's no blinking or anything. But you know what? I'm gonna explain to you why I found out why I felt that way. Okay? And then even this, someone gave this to me years ago when I was, ordained as a minister. But then there's the image of the cross. No graven images of anything made in the heavens or on the earth or after any likeness of anything God said after him, don't make it. And I disobeyed the Lord. And so I have been having some things happen in my life. It's kind of financial, but you know what? I'm getting rid of this stuff. getting rid of it because I don't want to be cursed because I'm willfully disobeying God and I can't get a breakthrough because I'm not listening to him. You know, I'm not listening. I said, well, I'm trying to cover it up or I'm trying to do my own little thing or whatever. I wanted to keep the doll, but that was deception. That was just straight out disobedience. I disobeyed him. So I'm trying to be transparent with you to show you that I disobeyed God. And there's no telling what that cost me or what's costing me. But I know what happened was I started praying and asking the Lord. I said, some things in my, like, the Lord is answering my prayers, right? But I just knew there's some things I'm not getting a breakthrough in. And I'm like wondering why. That's why, because I got this stuff in my house and I'm getting rid of it. I have more things that I want to show you, but I really cannot show them to you right now because I don't have everything with me. And plus, I have to get the scriptures and the order and the books and things. That's a whole other messages, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to close out here and say that if you have anything in your house, you might have felt something wasn't right about it. It could be a gift. Some people feel like some things are gifts. And I'm going to tell you this story, and then that's going to be it for me with this right here. Years ago, me and my girlfriend, we used to go and we used to clean people's houses. And there was this black lady, and she was a sweet little lady. And this lady, she was sick. I guess she was dying. And I mean, she, you could tell like she was a very beautiful woman when she was younger because she still really was beautiful still, but she was real thin and frail. So didn't think much about it. Her husband, her daughter had hired me and my girlfriend through an agency we were working for to clean her house. And she had really like a big house and it was an old house and it was going to take, a couple of days just to clean her house up and organize it because she had so much stuff. I mean, so I tried to talk to her. I was like, ma'am, you have a lot of stuff. You think maybe you might want to donate it or sell it or something, it was just too much, And she was like, no. And I remember she had all this perfume. She had all these beautiful old perfume bottles and stuff, But anyways, this is what really, really tripped me out. Her husband came home and he looked totally different from her. He was healthy. He was really a nice looking man. And I was like, this lady, it was like she was just drying up. And I was like, man, what's going on here? I prayed and I asked the Lord what's going on. The Lord just opened my eyes. She had all kinds of stuff in her house that was demonic. Demonic. And the one thing about when people have stuff, when you have items, like if something belongs to somebody else, you can't throw it away. You got to get the permission or you got to explain to them why this has to leave the house. Me and my husband, we talk about these things. There's been books in here we've had in here we had to get rid of, that were cursed and things like that, My husband, he understands these spiritual things, so he doesn't have a problem with it. But you really cannot force anybody, take their property because in the spirit realm, that it's still that person's property and they have the right. And the best you can do is pray and ask God to open their eyes so they can see, what's going on, And I remember the last day I came there because we were only going to be there for a couple of days. And she had these items and I was trying to tell her, I was like, man, these things are cursed, because I was trying to witness to her. She said she believed in God and she was a Christian, all this stuff or whatever. But she didn't believe that she really did have some cursed items in her house. And I believe to this day, I don't know if she got well or not, but I believe to this day, some of the items she had in her house was making her sick, sickly, So I pray that this was received in the right spirit, that, the enemy doesn't cause you to get angry and full of rage. No, don't let him do that, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to get you full of rage and anger because he doesn't want you to be set free. He knows that Yahweh has many, many blessings for us, but we have to obey him. We have to do what he says. And this is the one thing. If a demon is attached to this, which I really believe it is, now I do, that means every time I come in my house, there's an evil spirit in my house. I don't like those things. They're not welcome in my house, and I don't want them in here. So you have to look at it like that. If it's something attached to it, an evil spirit. Now, some people probably don't mind if evil spirits are in their house because they talk to them and fellowship with them. Remember, I told you, some people feel that Satan has gotten a bad rap. So they don't mind if evil spirits are in their house. You have people that invite evil spirits into their bodies and they live inside them. And it's biblically sound that evil spirits can live in a person's body. But inviting them to come and live in you, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different, man, no way. Those things are horrible looking. God showed me in a dream one night with just the one I saw. And it was horrible. It burned in my mind. I had to ask the Lord to erase that image from my mind. Now, I still remember, and I can remember what it looked like, but that burning image in my mind, it's gone. The Lord removed it. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. What demons really look like? No, you can't handle it. They're too horrifying. So may the Lord bless you, may he keep you, and may he always continue to make his face shine upon you. And you know what, people? Let's get right. Let's get right, church, and let's get ready to go home. This world is not our home. They hate us. They don't want nothing to do with us, and they don't want to do with our God. So praises be to the Lord. However he may leave us here to take us through or take us home to be with him, either way, we still have the victory. I love you so much. Without love, nothing else means nothing. You take care. And it's nighttime here now, so good night.